What if I told you that some of Africa's cities are dripping with more wealth than the fancy pants towns in Europe you see on Instagram? Yeah, forget sipping overpriced coffee in Paris or paying €15 for a sad sandwich in Zurich. Africa has cities where the skylines shine brighter, the wallets are heavier, and the luxury cars aren't just parked, they're revving. For decades, the world has sold a lie that Africa is only dust, poverty, and safari backdrops. Spoiler alert, it's not. In 2025, the richest African cities are rewriting the script. They're not begging for a seat at the global table. They are the table. And today, we're counting down the top 23 richest cities in Africa. Buckle up, because some of these will blow your mind. All right, let's flex some economic muscles. 23. Mombasa, Kenya. Mombasa isn't just Kenya's postcard-perfect beach city, it's a full-blown economic beast. With around $7 billion in private wealth, it's not just about sipping coconuts by the ocean. This place is a port powerhouse, moving goods in and out like Africa's version of FedEx. Add in 800 high-net-worth individuals, 40 multi-millionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, and suddenly Mombasa's not just sand and sea, it's serious money. Tourism, shipping, and trade fuel the city's cash flow. It's the kind of place where you could literally get rich off importing tiles and exporting shrimp. And if you think Mombasa is flexing hard, wait until you see the copper-powered lungs of Zambia. And 22. Lusaka, Zambia. Lusaka is like that quiet kid in class who suddenly shows up in a Ferrari. With $8 billion in private wealth, this city thrives on Zambia's copper mines. Copper is the Wi-Fi of the global economy. Without it, everything crashes. And Lusaka is where those deals go down. It's home to 400 high-net-worth individuals, 20 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, plus a growing investment scene in agriculture and solar energy. Lusaka's malls, gated communities, and startup energy hubs are transforming it into more than just a capital. It's a financial breathing machine. But if Lusaka is quietly humming, Maputo is learning to roar. 21. Maputo, Mozambique. Maputo is Mozambique's heartbeat, and it's not skipping any beats. With $10 billion in private wealth, this coastal city is cashing in on natural gas, seafood exports, and Chinese-funded infrastructure projects. It's not just an economy, it's a transformation story. Old Portuguese colonial vibes meet modern bridges, ring roads, and skyscrapers. With 800 HNWIs, 40 multimillionaires, and 1 centimillionaire, Maputo is moving from sleepy port city to don't sleep on it player. Speaking of under-the-radar powerhouses, let's cruise over to Namibia, where the streets are clean, the diamonds sparkle, and the wallets are stacked. 20. Windhoek, Namibia. Windhoek doesn't shout, it whispers. And when it does, billionaires listen. With $11 billion in private wealth, 1,000 HNWIs, 40 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, this is a city built on uranium, diamonds, tourism, and, oh yeah, low corruption. It's Africa's wealth preservation paradise, safe streets, smart governance, and resilience that makes other capitals jealous. Investors love it, retirees adore it, and the elite trust it. Windhoek may not top Instagram's trending list, but when it comes to keeping your fortune safe, it's the Swiss bank account of Africa. But now, let's fly over to Nigeria's capital, where oil, politics, and real estate combine into a cocktail of quiet but explosive wealth. 19. Abuja, Nigeria. Abuja isn't Lagos's loud cousin. It's the VIP lounge, exclusive, polished, and heavily guarded. With $11 billion in private wealth, this city thrives on government contracts, oil deals, and estates so private, you need 3 approvals just to enter the driveway. Housing 700 HNWIs, 30 multimillionaires, and 3 centimillionaires, Abuja is where the real money plays are made. Politicians, diplomats, and CEOs all meet here under chandeliers to sign contracts worth more than your entire neighborhood. Lagos hustles, but Abuja cashes checks. And speaking of deals that print money, let's hop to Morocco's gateway city, where geography alone makes it a financial wrecking ball. 18. Tangier, Morocco. Tangier is Morocco's economic battering ram into Europe. With $12 billion in private wealth, 600 HNWIs, 30 multimillionaires, and 3 centimillionaires, it's a city built on logistics and manufacturing. Tangier Medport is one of Africa's biggest shipping terminals, basically the airport for everything that floats. Add in the Tangier Free Zone, which churns out textiles, electronics, and car parts, and you've got a city that doesn't just make money, it makes things that make money. But if Tangier is the factory, Marrakech is the luxury showroom. 17. Marrakech, Morocco. Marrakech, where culture, wealth, and Instagram filters collide. With $12 billion in private wealth, this desert jewel is an international playground. It has 600 HNWIs, 30 multimillionaires, and 5 centimillionaires, many of them jet-setters who think Monaco is too boring. Tourism is the big engine here, but not backpackers with $5 budgets. We're talking billionaires flying in for riads, luxury desert resorts, and golf courses where even the grass wears designer brands. Marrakech is proof that history plus luxury equals unstoppable wealth. And just when you think diamonds can't shine brighter, Botswana's capital says, "Hold my drink." 16. Gaborone, Botswana. Gaborone may look small on the map, but its wealth sparkles like the diamonds under its soil. With $12 billion in private wealth, 1,200 HNWIs, 50 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, this city is polished, calm, and investor-friendly. Thanks to Botswana's diamond dominance, Gaborone has become a magnet for foreign investors, tech corridors, and clean, secure neighborhoods that make it a favorite for both expats and elites. It's small, it's smart, and it's making money moves quietly but effectively. And now we head east, to Ethiopia's capital of ambition, where skyscrapers rise as fast as the coffee brews. 15. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Addis Ababa is Africa's construction zone on steroids. With $13 billion in private wealth, this city is literally building its way to the future. It's home to 700 HNWIs, 40 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, and a skyline of cranes that look like they're in a bodybuilding competition. Chinese-backed projects, light manufacturing, and Ethiopia's booming airline industry make Addis a logistical hub for the entire continent. And as the diplomatic capital of Africa, hosting the African Union and dozens of embassies, Addis isn't just about money, it's about influence. But wait till you see what Kampala, Uganda is cooking up. Hint, it involves mobile money, real estate, and a whole lot of zeros. 14. Kampala, Uganda. Kampala is Africa's quiet overachiever. With $16 billion in private wealth, 900 HNWIs, 40 multimillionaires, and 6 centimillionaires, it's not flashy, but it's got serious momentum. Uganda's telecom revolution, especially mobile money, is rewriting how people handle cash. Kampala is basically the fintech lab that Silicon Valley wishes it had thought of first. Add to that booming real estate, luxury apartments in Kololo, Naguru, and Muyenga, and you've got a city building wealth, brick by brick, bite by bite. Kampala is like the friend who never brags, but somehow ends up richer than everyone else at the reunion. Now, if you think Kampala is impressive, wait until you hear about a city that once hosted Cleopatra and now hosts billionaires. 13. Alexandria, Egypt. Alexandria isn't just living off its ancient glory days, it's cashing in on modern trade like a pro. With $23 billion in private wealth, 1,700 HNWIs, 100 multimillionaires, 8 centimillionaires, and 1 billionaire, this city is a heavyweight. in logistics and maritime commerce. Its port is one of the busiest in North Africa, moving everything from electronics to wheat. Throw in a booming real estate market and revived tourism rooted in Greco-Roman history, and you've got a city where old ruins and new money dance together. If Alexandria is Egypt's polished second engine, then Dar es Salaam is East Africa's turbocharged rocket. 12. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Dar es Salaam is not just Tanzania's largest city, it's the country's golden gateway to the Indian Ocean. With $24 billion in private wealth, it houses 1,300 HNWIs, 50 multimillionaires, 7 centimillionaires, and 1 billionaire. Port expansions, natural gas projects, and logistics hubs are transforming Dar into a powerhouse. Neighborhoods like Masaki and Oyster Bay are turning into playgrounds for elites, while the Bagamoyo megaport project promises to supercharge its role in global trade. Dar es Salaam is like that quiet kid who suddenly grew 6 inches over summer and showed up dunking on everyone. And just when you think East Africa is done flexing, West Africa steps up with a city nicknamed the Paris of the region. 11. Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Abidjan isn't a secret anymore, it's West Africa's industrial heartbeat. With $25 billion in private wealth, 1,900 HNWIs, 90 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires, this city is firing on all cylinders. The port of Abidjan is one of Africa's busiest, making it a logistics hub for francophone countries. Meanwhile, new suburbs, commercial towers, and bridges are reshaping the skyline. Tech startups are sprouting, cocoa empires are thriving, and real estate prices are climbing faster than Wi-Fi bills. If Abidjan is West Africa's Paris, then Luanda is Africa's comeback queen. Des, Luanda, Angola. Luanda is like that one celebrity who had a wild past but came back sharper, richer, and cooler. With $32 billion in private wealth, 2,000 HNWIs, 90 multimillionaires, 3 centimillionaires, and 1 billionaire, Angola's capital has reinvented itself. Sure, it was once infamous for sky-high prices and chaotic growth. But today, reforms and diversification are pushing money into agriculture, infrastructure, and logistics. Add in glittering skyscrapers, expanding roads, and luxury neighborhoods like Talatona, and you've got a city with a second act stronger than most first acts. But if Luanda is the queen of comebacks, Accra is the young prodigy already stealing the show. 9. Accra, Ghana. Accra is West Africa's rising star. With $35 billion in private wealth, 2,400 HNWIs, 110 multimillionaires, and 4 centimillionaires, this city is making bold moves. It's home to the African Continental Free Trade Area headquarters, fintech startups, luxury towers, and even car manufacturing plants. Gold exports, stable democracy, and diaspora investments give Accra the rocket fuel it needs to keep climbing. Accra isn't trying to play catch-up, it's trying to lead the race. If Geneva and Silicon Valley had a baby in West Africa, it would be called Accra. But if Accra is playing offense, Casablanca is the midfield general controlling the whole game. 8. Casablanca, Morocco. Casablanca is Morocco's economic brain and Africa's financial control tower. With $43 billion in private wealth, 2,500 HNWIs, 120 multimillionaires, 13 centimillionaires, and 2 billionaires, this city is a heavyweight champ. It's home to Morocco's biggest banks, industrial zones exporting cars and textiles, and the ambitious Casablanca Finance City project. Basically, Africa's Wall Street, with better weather. Casablanca is proof that Africa can go toe-to-toe with Dubai, Singapore, or Istanbul. And unlike them, it didn't need endless skyscrapers in the desert. It built its empire on trade, finance, and real production. And if Casablanca is Africa's economic brain, Pretoria is its cool, quiet strategist pulling strings in the background. 7. Pretoria, South Africa. Pretoria isn't loud, it isn't flashy. It's the city that plays chess while others play checkers. With $45 billion in private wealth, it houses 2,600 HNWIs, 10 multimillionaires, and 2 centimillionaires. This is South Africa's executive capital, the place where laws are signed, policies are shaped, and diplomats sip coffee while signing deals worth more than small countries' GDPs. Unlike Johannesburg's hustle or Cape Town's glitz, Pretoria thrives on discretion. Embassies, defense contractors, and elite universities keep its wealth flowing, while high-end suburbs like Waterkloof and Brooklyn make it the quiet paradise of old money. Pretoria doesn't need neon lights or Instagram filters. It wins with influence, stability, and a steady hand. But if Pretoria is the silent power, Nairobi is the city screaming tech future at full volume. 6. Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome to the Silicon Savannah. Nairobi has $48 billion in private wealth, powered by 5,400 HNWIs, 260 multimillionaires, and 12 centimillionaires. This city is a hybrid beast, part Wall Street, part Silicon Valley, and all hustle. It's home to the Nairobi Securities Exchange, one of Africa's biggest, and the birthplace of M-Pesa, the mobile money revolution that made banks sweat worldwide. Tech giants like Microsoft, Google, and IBM have set up shop here, while luxury neighborhoods like Karen and Runda scream high net worth vibes. Nairobi is Africa's blueprint for the future, fast, digital, and unrelentingly ambitious. And if Nairobi is the future of tech, Durban and Umhlanga are rewriting the script for coastal wealth. 5. Durban and Umhlanga, South Africa. Once known just for beaches and surfboards, Durban and its chic neighbor, Umhlanga, now flex a combined $60 billion in private wealth. Together, they host 3,700 HNWIs, 230 multimillionaires, and 11 centimillionaires. Durban's mega container port is one of the busiest in the Southern Hemisphere, turning the city into an international trade juggernaut. Meanwhile, Umhlanga has transformed into a luxury fortress. Think Pearl Sky Towers, gated estates, and sleek corporate parks. It's where CEOs go for sea views and solid returns. This duo proves South Africa's wealth isn't just trapped in Joburg and Cape Town. The East Coast is cashing in, and it's doing it with style. But if Durban and Umhlanga are the new kids at the Billionaire Beach Club, Lagos is the ultimate party host where chaos turns into capital. 4. Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos doesn't sleep, because sleep is for people who aren't building empires. With $97 billion in private wealth, this megacity is home to 5,500 HNWIs, 17 centimillionaires, and 3 billionaires. Here's the thing. Lagos thrives on hustle. Oil, fintech, entertainment, and real estate all collide to fuel its economy. From Victoria Island's skyscrapers to Lekki's billion-dollar property boom, Lagos is unapologetically ambitious. Yes, it's chaotic. Traffic is legendary. Infrastructure is always chasing behind demand. But that's part of the magic. Lagos turns obstacles into opportunities. It's Africa's unapologetic answer to New York. Loud, relentless, and ridiculously wealthy. And if Lagos is the city of hustle, Cairo is the city of sheer scale. 3. Cairo, Egypt. Cairo isn't just ancient pyramids and pharaohs, it's the roaring economic bloodstream of modern Egypt. With a staggering $128 billion in private wealth, it houses a jaw-dropping 88,200 HNWIs, 440 multimillionaires, and 29 centimillionaires. This city is powered by infrastructure megaprojects, energy corridors, and commerce that connects North Africa to the Middle East. Gulf money, Chinese investments, and Egypt's own entrepreneurial wave are reshaping Cairo into a digital, financial, and cultural powerhouse. If Lagos is chaos turned cash, Cairo is scale turned superpower. It's not just a city, it's a continent-level economic engine. And if Cairo feels unstoppable, wait until you meet the city that makes billionaires sip wine while staring at mountains and oceans. 2. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is luxury on steroids. With $131 billion in private wealth, the city boasts 6,900 HNWIs, 420 multimillionaires, 25 centimillionaires, and 1 billionaire. This is where vineyards, private beaches, global tech firms, and billionaire retreats all exist under the shadow of Table Mountain. Cape Town is a magnet for European and American money, but it's also producing its own homegrown elites. Think Silicon Valley energy mixed with Monaco's lifestyle and Bali's scenery. That's Cape Town in one sentence. It's not just a city, it's a lifestyle brand. But if Cape Town is luxury perfected, Johannesburg is the undisputed king of African wealth. 1. Johannesburg, South Africa. The city of gold is still wearing the crown. Johannesburg reigns supreme with a jaw-dropping $239 billion in private wealth, home to 16,000 HNWIs, 34 centimillionaires, and 2 billionaires. This isn't just Africa's richest city, it's Africa's capital of power. Once built on gold mines, Joburg today thrives on global finance, real estate, venture capital, and corporate dominance. From Sandton's glittering malls to the Gautrans' sleek connections, Johannesburg isn't chasing the future, it's building it. What makes it incredible is the transformation. From post-apartheid uncertainty to being the magnet for African capital, Joburg has cemented itself as the city of control, influence, and unstoppable ambition. So there you have it, the top 23 richest cities in Africa in 2025. From Mombasa's ports to Joburg's financial towers, Africa isn't waiting for the world's approval. It's leading its own wealth revolution. Now I've got a question for you. If you had to pack your bags tomorrow and move to one of these cities, where are you going? Are you sipping cocktails in Cape Town, hustling in Lagos, or networking in Nairobi? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see which city has the most fans. And hey, if this video opened your eyes to Africa's rising wealth, don't just bounce. Hit that like button, share this with a friend who still thinks Africa is all safari, and subscribe so you never miss a story about the continent that's rewriting global power. Because one thing is clear, the future isn't coming to Africa, the future is Africa.